Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and this is Katie. And I'm here to do the weekly reading for the collective. It's timeless and general, as always. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Remember that when you catch this, it's for the coming week for you. And also, remember that this is just energy that I'm tapping into. So it may not actually play out the way I'm describing this week because we are all on different timelines. And so, with that, I'm going to get some prosperity dust on the table. This may be the thing that makes Kitty decide to leave, or it could be some card shuffling. Either way, I don't think she's staying long, but we're happy to have you here, Katie. Get some feline energy mixed in. And there's the Broken Key Oracle. Good morning, my soul sister, Rebecca. Thank you for being here. All right, so we're going to start. Actually, before anything, I'm going to read from this little book called Think by Dr. Robert Anthony. This one. Criticize the performance, not the performer. I like that. Criticize the performance, not the performer. Because it's the idea that, we're always growing and changing. We're always doing the best we can in the moment. And to get better, it takes practice. So it's not necessarily a reflection on who we are as a person if we mess up, if we fail in some way. It's just a part of the journey. I'm thinking about like being a parent and, there's, I've had to say this to my son many times where, he gets really down on himself and he's like, I'm such a terrible person because of this or that. And I'm like, no, this isn't about you at all. This is about you learning. It's not about you as an individual. It's about you learning. Yes, you made a mistake. That's okay. We all do. Um, the point is to take what you learn and try and do better next time. I'm hearing things. Anyway, wonder if said child is waking up. Anyway, criticize the performance, not the performer. Okay, so gonna grab pick a couple of angel cards. We've got purpose. Oh, I should just leave the glasses on. Purpose. Okay, this angel looks to be scaling some kind of mountain. We've got some kind of like serious rock climbing going on. Not just rock climbing, but like ice pick rock climbing. Looks all snowy. Sun's out at least. And depth. Oh, isn't that interesting? Because this angel has a mask and flippers on, fins. I guess they're called fins. And so this one is scaling the mountain, and this one is getting ready to dive. Seemingly opposite directions, and yet it's all connected, isn't it? It's all a part of the journey. There's some kind of, it's like you're discovering your purpose, or you have some kind of purpose, something that you are working on, something that you are really striving for that takes a lot of effort. And it has something to do with having to dive deep within yourself, within your psyche, within your consciousness, within, maybe it's diving into the depths of I don't know, connection with someone, or taking on something new, doing something that purpose. It's like it's something that you feel you need to do, or better to say, you are driven to do. I mean, anybody who goes scaling a mountain, an icy mountain, that there is some drive in them that makes them do that. Not all of us are built to do something like that. So there's something special that you are meant to do that maybe you're already working on, or you're feeling it, like feeling this desire bubbling up in you, and you're like, yeah, I have this Mount Everest, this Mount Kilimanjaro, this, whatever the tallest mountain is in the world. You're like, I gotta go scale that thing. But it involves really going to the depths of yourself, like really having to um, access the deepest parts of yourself, this like strength that you didn't even know you have. Maybe you're questioning, do I have the ability to do this? And you're like, I don't know, like I just gotta try. So yeah. There's Redbeard. Hello, sir. Happy Sunday. Okay, so I'm going to get some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. I don't want to shuffle on her. I'm sorry. I'm going to shuffle. I'll try to do it quietly because it's quite loud next to the microphone on my computer. Okay, good enough. Oh, we've got happy, happy in reverse, 26. And Cora made it. Hello, Cora. Happy Sunday to you as well. Thinker, 44. Both of these break down to an 8. That's interesting. Yeah, 8 is about momentum, movement. There's some kind of movement that's happening here. All that glitters in reverse, 16. Interesting. There's something here that seems like you kind of got sucked in by the shiny thing. I'm getting duped. You feel like you got duped. And whatever happened here was it took the happiness out of your life. Yeah, you were taken in by something because it looked real good, felt real good. It seemed it seemed like what you wanted, but you kind of knew there were red flags, and you possibly ignored those red flags, as it is so easy to do. Be the first one to admit I've done this so many times. um and you are thinking about this. You're thinking about what happened. How did I get sucked in? Here I am, feeling pretty down. Yeah, I'm not happy with the situation. Hey, there's the spawn. Good morning, my love. um, yeah. So anyway, there's this process of like really doing a deep dive around what happened here, how ultimately how you let yourself get to this point. And um and I feel like you're figuring out, you're in the process. Maybe this has already happened. Remember, we're all on different timelines, so apply it as it fits. But yeah, it seems that you're coming to terms and you're figuring out how to get your happiness back. So I'm going to go with the heart's hidden secrets. And there's Linda. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Yes, it is Sunday. I am so happy it is Sunday and not Monday. That's coming soon enough, I suppose. Okay. We've got emotional storm, turmoil, unstable, and affected. Yeah. Boundaries. No. Drawing the line. Enough. Okay. Karma. Consequences, cause and effect, and debts. Yep, there it is. Yeah, see, this emotional storm, whatever you went through, it was very turbulent. Stirred up a lot of emotions. It's all this turmoil. Something was very unstable. Took the happiness, sucked the happiness right out of you. And you finally, and however long this took, you finally said, okay, no, I deserve better. I'm drawing that line. I know that you saw through something and you finally said, okay, I'm seeing the red flags. I'm going to admit it to myself now. And so this is something, I feel like this is a part of what you're thinking about. This karma that you created for yourself. And remember that karma is simply cause and effect, right? We sometimes make decisions and do things that then come back to bite us. It's a part of the learning. What was that quote again? Judge the performance, not the performer. And so I feel like you're kind of, you had to set boundaries and you had to get real with yourself. You're like, okay, this emotional storm, this fallout, whatever has happened here, I need to take responsibility for my part of it. Also, there's something here about you setting boundaries, you saying no to whatever unstable turmoil, whatever, caused some kind of karma for someone else, or even a group of people, whoever this is about. But it was like, I don't know, maybe it's something like, somebody did not expect you to set boundaries. And now they're dealing with the consequences of you setting boundaries. So, okay. So let's go with this deck. I've been having trouble remembering decks lately. Oh, I think today is the 15th, which means Mercury is going direct today, or has gone direct. I don't know the timing exactly, but we'll just say Mercury is direct. There's still a shadow period. So we're kind of, we've come to a full stop. Now we're going to go in the other direction. So hopefully that will make things a little bit less crazy. Certainly with my readings, hopefully I can convey things a little bit better. Also, today is a full moon in Gemini. Yes. So yeah, there's a huge kind of energy. There's like a release. I'm getting like letting the air out of the balloon or something. It's just like, whew. I was feeling like relief or something. There's been a lot of energy that has kind of culminated up to this point. Anyway, let's see what. Oh, I remember Osho Zen Tarot. We am no, I'm not reading these reverse. Okay. Um, Five of Rainbows, the outsider. Sharing. Sharing is caring. We've got the Queen of Fire. Healing. King of Water. Right? Yes. Ooh, okay. Well, here's your big comeback. There. Okay. Well, first of all, you might have felt left out. You might have felt like the outsider, which is why you had to set boundaries. This boundary setting could also be you. Well, better to say this outsider could be you setting the boundaries, and someone is like, "Wait, let me in." And you're like, "No," because no matter what this is about, here you are in this very lovely energy of wanting to share. This is you knowing your worth, knowing what you have to offer is very freaking awesome. And there's light, there's food, there's nourishment. This is all. This is an energy of like feeling really confident, feeling like this is a glow up. This is a serious glow up after being left out or after leaving someone out. Well, either way, and this is a part of your healing. You are tapping. This could be related to your purpose. It's like it's kind of your mess to success. You're kind of realizing what you have to contribute because of you having to heal your own self. Then you're able to share that. There's something about healing the mind, the intuition, healing the gut, healing the and this can be through food specifically. This can also be energetic in some way, but kind of healing where you had lost your power and putting that energy back into yourself. And all of this is leading to this huge like heart opening, this huge expansion. Now, this could be where someone is kind of coming in and helping you to heal, being that practitioner that offering you something. It's like you can't get in here, but it's because there's someone behind you who's like, no, come this way. This way's but way better. So there could be that too. But I really do. I feel very strongly that you, through setting boundaries, through you saying, no, I know my own worth, was like it catapulted you in this new direction. You're like, I have everything I need. This is the opposite of any kind of emotional storm. There's a lot of comfort. Oops, sorry. Comfort, peace, generosity. It's a very lovely energy. I can't even reach my whole table because of Kitty. She's still here. Yeah, good girl. I love you. All right, so let me get some cards from the. Uh oh. She's like, no, I'm not getting up. It's warm. It's warm on your lap. All right, we've got Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle, one of my newest decks that I absolutely love. Belated birthday present. Okay. Okay, so High Priestess of Earth. Number 3. By the way, I didn't realize this when I first got it, but this is a deck that was created in part by Colette Baron Reed. She created it with PC Cast. But yeah, it was super cool when I discovered that because well, I often use her decks. I love her decks. She's amazing. Anyway, so we have this high priestess of earth, this very grounded energy. Letting go, number 22. What's happening here? And we have butterflies. We have some serious transformation here. Metamorphosis. And listening, 23. Oh, and this is so interesting. Okay, so this says, you know, darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. Isn't that interesting? I really like this because like in my mind, I kind of always kind of lean into the whole light side versus dark side, like thinking like Star Wars or something. And there's something to be said for things not always being that black and white. Darkness does not always equate to evil. We need the dark. That's I don't know, there's all kinds of things, like it's just for sleep, for example. There are parts of places in the world where at certain times it does not get dark, and people who live in those places, like, it messes with you. And then, in things, sometimes we need the darkness to grow things. If you have the light on all the time, it can it it's like you never have a chance to rest. And sometimes, like if we're talking about the sun, for example, the light, the sun is great, it helps things grow, it's the warmth and all that, but it can get too intense. Sometimes we need to just be like, okay, I don't need it to be daylight anymore. I need the nighttime. I need it to not be hot anymore. So anyway, I love this. So anyway, letting go and listening. 22 and 23. I'll show you that one again. So I feel like, oh, and it's interesting too, because I'm noticing with purpose, we have the sun, right? It's like climbing, it's out in the light. And then in the depth, you get down into the depths of the ocean or whatever, it's dark down there. There's something about needing to dive down into the darkness. That's where you're able to listen, because that's where it's quieter. Um, because you're in the process of letting go of whatever this is, this glittery, shiny thing. And maybe you already have done, but it's a part of your healing, is recognizing that you need to let go, and you're listening to you're learning to tap into your intuition more, because there's that healing. Through healing your emotions, it's helping you to be more connected. See, that's a part of the depth, healing the emotions, and you're becoming more connected to your purpose. You don't want to stay in the dark forever. You know this, but you're taking time you're listening with new ears. With your third ear. Talk about the third eye. How about the third ear? Um anyway, where are we at? I need to get some cards from the Moonology deck. Oops. Funky little shuffle there. That's okay. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, which happens in the opposite of Aquarius. I should know this by now. um, Aquarius is right there, so it's like Leo. I think Leo is opposite of Aquarius. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, show the world the real you. The time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Yeah, see, the real you is very generous and kind, very nurturing. Show the world the real you. It's time to give rather than take. Giving of yourself in a whole new way. It's like when you set that boundary, you effectively took your power back, or it started you on the path of doing that. And now you've had this glow up, you've discovered something about yourself, and you want to, it's about sharing that. That's a part of your purpose. And then hold your vision. Fixed moon. Yeah, fixed signs. Leo, Aquarius. Yeah, see, it is. Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus are the fixed signs. So hold your vision. You have a purpose. You know this, you're feeling it very strongly. And sometimes it's easy to get distracted by detours, distracted by the shiny things. But I feel like you're thinking about this. You're like, okay, I've learned my lesson. And I'm not going to let myself get distracted this time. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of call up Bear and Read, I'm going to go with the Guides of the Hidden Realms. I love that Kitty's still here. Very peaceful. She's just sleeping away. She's so mellow right now. All eyes are open. Inspired vision, clarity, perception, and revelation. Yep, this is your purpose. You are feeling inspired. You have a vision of yeah, hold your vision, inspired vision. Oh my God, yes. You have a newfound clarity. Your perception has fundamentally shifted. You're having some kind of revelation about where you were versus where you want to be, or where you are now, or where you're heading. What is holy? What is true? Appreciation, witnessing the unmerited gift of grace. Number 14. Wow. Oh my gosh. And I just noticed, so 16 breaks down to a 7, and so does 25. So yeah, this perception, this clarity, really, it does. It's about you recognizing what what shiny thing got you so excited that then you realized there was no actual substance there. Um, and you're having this revelation because you really been thinking about it, and and you're appreciating, you're witnessing this change within yourself, this shift in perspective, in your perception of things. If you were feeling like a victim in this situation, you are changing that narrative. You're like, okay, this happened, but it's not a reflection on me as a person. It's a reflection on where I was at that time, the lessons I needed to learn, right? Bringing it back to that original quote. And you're like, okay, this was actually a blessing. That idea. Things happen for you, not to you. You're like, oh, yeah, I see this now. I'm really appreciating that I did go through this because it's what helped to catapult me to this really amazing place of confidence, feeling good, having this glow up. You probably look really good, getting a lot of attention, but you're like, yeah, I want to share. I want to share all of this because now I've filled myself up. Let me put this back. Now I filled myself up and I have extra left over. I wasn't doing that before. I was giving without giving to others before myself. That's why there was an emotional storm. And then we have zenith at the peak. Number 2, victory, achievement, tangible abundance. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And that tangible abundance, it's got all the light, the food, it's all the things that you need to nourish you. And then you're like, let me give that back. I want to pay that forward. There is victory here through your own willingness and ability to listen to yourself, to pay attention to that part of you that like set those boundaries that you knew you had to, and that caused this huge shift, this huge change within you, metamorphosis. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so going with the gateway of light activation. Oh no, your dog. Oh, Cora, I'm so sorry. Huge big hugs, sending huge big hugs to you. Our animals. That's the thing about having animals. We know that most likely we are going to last longer than they do, and we have to deal with them moving on before we do. And that's painful because they're our family. So yeah, big hugs to you. Chamber of the Violet Flame. Karmic release, radical transformation. There it is. Yep. And I was talking about that. Karma, karmic release. You're releasing yourself, and we see this person stuck behind a wall. There's a rope there. It's like you set those boundaries and that effectively released you. Or it sets you on that path. And you have gone through or are going through this radical transformation, this metamorphosis, like I said. It's a part of this letting go. I mean, if you think about it, the caterpillar turning into the butterfly is a radical transformation. To me, that is magical in itself. Sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. Wow. Yeah, you're really tapping into this. Really, I feel like that's a part of this sharing energy. Um, you're you've gone through it, but what's coming out of it is this very you've developed compassion because of what you've been through, and there's a tenderness for yourself and your own journey. And this is like I think I said it. You're looking so good because you're feeling so good, and this sensuality is all about like feeling good within your own skin, within your own body, and really like um oh, the word was just there and it left. It's like really, we'll just say appreciating who you are at the core. And this sacral chakra, this healing that has happened with the sacral chakra is a part of what is inspiring you. Some that inspired vision, right? Is putting you on this new path, this purpose. Wherever that inspired, inspired vision. And yeah, hold your vision. So, um, ancestral realm, karmic release. We have karmic release twice. Okay. Karmic release twice. This is a big deal. It's a very big deal. Healing the lineage and boundaries. Bam. Boundaries. Yes, you most likely came from a family that did not know how to set boundaries. Does not. But you're healing the lineage, and that's the thing. That's this idea of healing the lineage. It's like you healing now actually works backwards, weirdly. And I don't fully understand this concept, but it has partly to do with the fact that there's no time, that everything is happening now, everything is happening all at once. And so you healing now actually heals the past and heals others, those connected to you. That's all I can say about it. That's all I know. But that's what's happening. Like, yeah, I'm hearing a lot of applause because of you actually being able to get through this, to do the work, to really think your way into a place where you could go within, dive into the deep depths of your emotions, your psyche, all the things. It's beautiful. And karmic release, it's just, you're like, okay, I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Letting it go, shaking it off. I'm picturing like a dog after it gets out of the water, it shakes off, and everything goes, all the water goes flying everywhere. Um, this is a part of healing the lineage. And I would grab it, but it's just too far away now. I've been pushing the cards up the table. Okay, so going with the radical abundance. Okay. Oh, wonder. Yeah. And isn't that interesting? I was talking about like places where it's day all the time. And I feel like the Northern Lights show up in places like that. Like I want to say like, uh, Antarctica, Alaska, Iceland. I don't know. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen the Northern Lights myself. Although apparently we just had some here where I live in Southern Oregon, like not too long ago. But anyway, there is this sense of wonder. There is this like this awe of what is actually, it's like it makes me think of, okay, this is a part of you experiencing this sense of wonder, seeing this part of yourself that you were, maybe this is brand new for you. Yeah, with all this transformation, you've never existed in this way before. You've never had this particular perception of yourself, of life, and this revelation is bringing this sense of wonder. But also I feel like you have witnesses to this glow up. There's a lot of people in experiencing this sense of awe, just watching you as you're shining. You're colorful. You have all of this light, and the people are people around you are just like, wow, like this is the best form of entertainment. It's great. Um, patience. And we see the snowy mountains in the background. So, whatever purpose you are tapping into, there's a need to understand that it's going to take you a minute to get to the top. And what this guy is sitting on looks a little bit, it's the same color as those snow topped peaks. So it's like you get somewhere, but you're not all the way there yet. I mean, that's kind of the thing. Like it's always about the journey anyway. And your destination may even change as you scale the mountain whenever you're doing. But the patience is like it's like giving yourself those necessary breaks, knowing that you can't do it all at once. It's going to take some time. It's a journey. So have patience in that knowing, in the process. There are eggs here. You can't force an egg to hatch. It will hatch when it's ready. And so there's that, it's kind of flexing that patience muscle. I'm very sorry for using the P word, but I feel like that's a part of what you are learning. There is no rush to get anywhere because you are so happy and comfortable within your own skin. It's like you really are. You're turning that frown upside down and getting into an energy of like having fun, feeling like I don't know. I get this like almost silly energy. Oh, see, we have time. Yeah, something is taking time. And that's okay because when something does hatch, you will be ready for it. I wonder when this is going to happen. I just heard. Um, who knows? It'll happen when it's time. It makes me think of like when I was pregnant and I was like, I wonder, like, and I chose not to find out the gender. So it was just like, I wonder, is it gonna be a boy or a girl? I had a feeling it was gonna be a boy. But I wonder what they're gonna look like, what they're gonna be like. Even after the baby is born, they just look like they've been boiled for a while. They don't even look like how they end up looking later on. I mean, it's all part of the process, right? It's all part of this time and wisdom. I mean, this guy looks kind of wizardy, the wizard gnome. Um, just really knowing that things happen when they're meant to happen. They happen in the right time, and um, yeah, there's a sense of peace around that. And, like I said, like flexing that patience muscle. And you're just like, well, in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy each step along the way and all the learning that is involved. So, yeah, there's so many more cards I want to pull, but I think I'm going to close this out. Um, I'm going to get a card from Beyond Lemuria. Oh, Cheryl. Cheryl Math Shaman is here. Thank you for joining. Good morning. My superceptors are in the house. All right. So, we've got all these animals lounging around this woman. Got an eagle, bunch of butterflies, fish. Fish represents financial abundance specifically. We've got I don't know, ibex, elk. I don't know what kind of. It's a horned, four-legged animal. Lion, fox, bunny, sloth, rooster, snail, snake, hummingbird. I don't know. Maybe one of these is your is your spirit animal. For those that apply, maybe it's like your Chinese astrological sign. I think actually only the rooster counts in that way. But yeah, ultimately, oh, and it's interesting because the eagle is holding a crystal that's right there at the crown chakra. And then this woman has antlers coming out of her forehead. Oh, and her arms are up, and the sun is shining. Right. Furred and feathered friends. Animals are intuitive, sacred beings, and the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions. Ooh, and that makes me think of High Priestess of Earth here. So animals are significant for you in some way. They are some of our most loving companions and have much to teach us. Yet the treatment of some species is appalling. Yeah. As our empathy expands, we see other beings and the quality of their lives as interconnected and equal to our own. We may be inspired to align our actions with our compassion to minimize the harm we do to the planet and her inhabitants. This card also signifies energetic bonds. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals you encounter and their meaning for you. Yeah. Yeah, this strong connection with animals, maybe you're feeling inspired. That's a part of how you want to give back, pay it forward, is to help, you know, somehow help the planet, you know, through charities or whatever, um, to preserve habitats, whatever. But animals are very meaningful here for you. However it is, maybe in many ways. I certainly feel that way, um, and always have. So yeah, take that with you. There are a lot of messages for you from the animal realm, the animal world, the animal kingdom. I mean, technically, we are animals too, we humans. So they may not have the ability to move their mouths in a way that where they can speak our language, but in no way does that make them less intelligent or less conscious or less, I don't know. There's so many people have this idea that animals are less than somehow, and I just more and more feel like they are so much wiser than we are. We have a lot to learn from them, and they do communicate with us if we choose to listen, if we learn to listen. So, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have. Oh, and there's the sun right at the last minute. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and week, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment. Thank you very much.